Hi guys, so I'm streaming from Zoom onto Facebook Live, so you can catch up on this at another time. My sister's in the background and she's going to do the yoga class behind the sofa. So if you see any arms creeping out from by the sofa, then don't worry, I haven't grown any extra limbs. So we're going to start off on our mat in a seated position. Relaxing the knees down, getting it nice and tall. And just breathing into the lower abdomen. Relaxing the shoulders down and just noticing the hips sinking into the mat.
Thanks, Josie.
Allowing the shoulders to relax on your exhale breath and just noticing your arms all the way down to your fingers. Thinking about letting go on your exhale breath. So if you've got thoughts going through your head or if you're feeling any tension in your body, just allow yourself to let go on your exhale breath. Here, just lengthening the spine, then we're going to bring the right hand down to the side, reaching the left arm up, and then exhaling over to the right side of that left arm, getting a nice stretch through the left side of the body. Inhaling back up to center and over to the other side. Inhale, reach up, and then exhaling over. So just coming into all of these poses with ease. So you're just relaxing your way into them. You're not trying to reach to a certain point. You're just trying to relax the shoulders down, feeling a nice stretch through the side of your body. And then from here, we're going to bring both hands over to the left side, so the chin still close to the chest. And then we're going to walk the hands all the way to the center, extending from here, reaching the hands forwards and feeling a nice stretch through the hips. Back up to center. Then we're going to extend the legs out nice and wide. So the feet are nice and far apart, the legs are outstretched, and you're just finding your seat. Then from here, we're going to inhale, reaching up with both arms, and then exhaling over to the left leg. So if you can reach the left foot, then that's great. If you've got tight hamstrings today, then just grab for the shin or the knee. Just finding what's ever comfortable for you personally today. Back up to center when you're ready on your inhale breath. And then we're going to be going over to the right. So inhale, reaching up, and then exhaling over to the right leg. And when you're ready, coming back up to center. Then we're going to extend the legs out in front. We're going to cross the right foot over the left thigh. So you're sitting up here and your right foot is over your left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, left hand is going to hug the outside of the right leg. Right hand is going to support behind you. You're sitting up nice and tall so you could take that support away. And then looking over your right shoulder. Inhaling back to the center here. So this is a sort of progression from what we've just done. So if you can't do this, then you're going to come back into this position looking over the right shoulder. And then if not, you're going to bring your leg up so your toes are out in front of you. And then you're going to bring your left foot, no, right foot, into your left elbow joint. And you're going to hug your, what's it called? It's called a shin. We're going to hug your shin and then bring that right elbow onto the right knee. And then you just rock here. So if this is completely impossible, and you can come back into your seated spine twist like we were in just a minute ago, or you can rock here and you're just using your stabilizing muscles to keep you there, but you're feeling nice bit of mobility and stretch through that right hip. One more breath here. And at the end of that exhale breath, just releasing your foot, giving it a little bit of a wiggle around. And then we're going to bring our left to our right thigh. Cross right up, and then exhale, hug the right hand of the left leg and look over the left shoulder. Next inhale breath. If you want to come into the progression, we need the foot where you are. Just walking around a bit. One more breath, yeah. And then releasing your foot down and giving that foot a little bit of a shake out all the way from the hips. Lovely. From here, we're going to come into our cat and cow. So either on your hands and knees or kneeling. So you've got two options here, depending on what's more comfortable for you. Then from wherever you are, we're going to originate from the tailbone. So as you exhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone under, tummy button into spine, arching the back, rib cage into spine, arching the back, and then lastly chin to chest. Pushing into the hands if you're in your quadruped position, otherwise kneeling, you're going to be arching the back. And then as you inhale, you're going to push the tailbone upwards. You're going to push the tummy button towards the thighs, chest down, sternum forwards, chin up last. And then exhaling, tucking the tailbone under, tummy button into spine, rib cage into spine, pushing into the hands, and chin to chest. Inhaling, tailbone up, tummy button towards thighs, chest down, and chin up. And then exhaling, tucking the tailbone under, tummy button into spine, chest into spine, pushing into the hands, into chest. Really mindful movement here in your own time. You're just moving all the way along the spine, thinking about every single vertebrae. One more full breath here. And then on your next breath, just going back to center. Then from here, we're going to come into our thread the needle pose. So I find I step my hand slightly forward. So my right hand comes slightly forward. I inhale, reach up with my left hand, and then I exhale, posting the hand in between the hand and the knee, and then resting the shoulder on the mat. Pushing into the right hand to increase that twist in the spine. One more exhale here, pushing into the ground with the hand. And then as you inhale, coming back up to center and just resetting before coming over to the other side. So reaching up with the right arm. And then exhale, bend the elbow, posting between the hand and the knee, and then pushing into ground with your left hand. One more exhale here, pushing into the hand, feeling that nice stretch through the upper back. And then exhale, release, come back up to center. We're going to bring ourselves into our extended child's pose, so big toes together, knees apart. Extending the arms out in front of you, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Feel that nice extension in the spine. Breathing into the back of the torso. our breath, spreading the fingers, tucking the toes under and pushing into our downward dog. If you don't fancy a downward dog today, just stay in your extended child's pose here. Just feel a nice stretch through the backs of the legs, maybe just walking the feet one at a time. If you are on a mat, just pop into your downward dog. And then mixing up the right leg. Feeling nice stretch left leg, the weight comes in that leg. And then exhaling, we're going to step forwards so that the foot is in between the hands. Bring the left knee down on top of the left toes. And then inhale, reaching up with the arms, keeping the back nice and long. Shoulders away from the ears. And just keeping some energy in the arms and the legs. We're going to bring the arms behind the back, linking the fingers together and pushing the fist down towards the ground, opening the chest. Here we're opening up the chest. And exhaling, just deepening in the hips. Inhale, releasing hands, bringing hands either side of the front foot. Tucking the back toe under and coming back into your downward dog. Let's take our breath, reaching the left leg up. And then exhaling, bringing in through, stepping the foot between the hands, untucking that back foot. And then inhale, reaching up with the arms. Just noticing the sensation in your body. If your mind wanders, just noticing how you're feeling. One more inhale here. And then exhaling, get a pushing fist back behind you, diagonally open the chest. Here, I'm just going to change so that it's easier for you to see, but you can stay where you are in your lunge position. So from here, the hands are going to come to the inside of the leg, and then you're going to bring the weight over to your left side. So you're coming into a thigh stretch of the right leg here, sitting up nice and tall, and then just trying to bring yourself back onto this left heel. Okay, it's left here. Just keeping that right foot engaged. Sitting up nice and tall, but feeling quite relaxed in the upper body. then from here, as you inhale, you're going to straighten that left leg, and then you're coming into this wide-legged pose here, and then you're going to link the fingers behind the back of the neck and push the elbows into towards each other and pull your head down towards the ground so you'll get nice traction on your spine. One more breath here. And on your inhale breath, releasing the hands, bringing yourself over to the right side. So, and then you can now sit back onto the right foot and extend the left foot upwards towards the ceiling. You might find that one side's worse than the other, and I definitely find this side's a bit harder for me, but I can't really sit up straight. There is the option to have a block underneath your bum, or you can bring one arm forward and one arm back. So you're still getting the same stretch, but you're feeling that nice extension through the torso. And then as you inhale, straightening the leg up once again. Here we're going to bring our left hand down to the middle, and then as you inhale, you're going to reach your right arm up. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, coming down to center, facing the right hand down and lifting the left hand up. And then exhaling back down to center, we're going to shuffle our feet towards the middle of the mat here. And then we're going to take a slight bend to the knees, allowing the torso to come down onto the thighs, and then holding onto the elbows and allowing the head to relax into ragdoll pose. Got the option to rock here, but try and keep the legs completely still so the rock originates from the lower back. And then here we're going to release our hands. Now we're going to bring our bums down to the ground. So you might want to bring your toes slightly wider than your heels to bring your bum down and then come onto your back. So from here, hugging the knees into the chest to begin with, we're just going to rock slowly from side to side. Slowing the breath, noticing the breath here. And then we're going to draw tiny circles with the knees. So the knees are together, but you're just drawing a circle towards the ceiling diagonally. Just hugging the knees, and Just drawing a circle. And then when you get to center, changing direction. And then here, just steadying yourself. So we've just mobilized the hips nicely, ready for our happy baby pose. So these fingers come to the big toes, and then we bring the knees so that they're coming towards the armpits here. And then you've got the option to rock from side to side just to massage the muscles either side of the spine, or you can stay still, whatever feels right for you today. Here, just noticing where your head is. So extending your spine, trying to imagine that the crown of your head is an extension of your spine, so a really long spine. Just seeing if you can maybe extend the legs a little bit more, so you're bringing heels towards the hands in a way. Just relaxing here. Extend the legs and the arms so that they're parallel to each other into our waterfall pose. You've got the option to circle the wrists and the ankles if you want to, or you can bring the hands to the backs of the thighs. A few more breaths here. One more inhale, and then allowing the feet to come down nice and slowly on your exhale breath. Allowing the feet to rock outwards, bringing the palms to face upwards, and just relaxing into your corpse pose here. You've got the option to bring your legs up the wall if that's a possibility where you're practicing. Closing your eyes and relaxing your body, and just noticing that feeling of stillness that you may not have had at the start of your physical practice today. On your breath, breathing into your lower abdomen, just taking notice of the fingers and the toes, and just allowing those to relax. Bringing your attention to your wrists and your ankles, your forearms all the way up to the elbows. and your shins all the way up to your knees. Allowing your exhale breath to relax the lower arms and the lower legs. Bring your attention from the elbows to the shoulders and from the knees to the hips. And on every exhale breath, just allowing your body to relax deeper. And bringing your attention to your pelvis and your lower abdomen, just noticing your breath coming all the way down to your pelvic floor. A really nice deep breath. Just allowing your hips and your glutes to relax on your exhale breath. And bringing your attention up from the lower abdomen all the way up the rib cage to the tops of the shoulders. The whole body but the head is now relaxed. Allowing that relaxation to spread up from the collarbones all the way up the neck, the jaw and the facial muscles, allowing the head to relax into the mat. Bringing the attention back to your fingers and toes. And just giving a little bit of a wriggle. And then just bringing movement to the wrists and the ankles. And hugging the knees into the chest and bringing the chin up towards the knee. Giving yourself a nice hug. Slowly walking over onto one side when you're ready, and then pushing up into a seated position. Finding your sit bones once again here and just grounding yourself, relaxing the shoulders down. Being grateful for your body and your yoga practice, allowing you to relax this evening. Saying thank you in your own way, bringing the hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much for coming, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. I'm on Zoom and online, so I'm just going to finish the Zoom off and I will reply to your comments later. Thank you very much.